And we finally have the HUSL, our last presenter today, but not the least. I've known these guys for a while. Matt Schlehas, who's one of the co-founders, was an entertainer and the original hustler. He and I worked on another project called System 9, which was a market making company. Matt's become a professional trader and was behind the modeling on System 9's market making project, which was fascinating. So from an entertainer on e-television and live performing to getting to the trading desks, he's deeply steeped in the crypto and Web3 community. He lives in Puerto Rico part-time. Brian Hazan is a 17-year veteran of the financial services industry, also early crypto entrant since 2018. And then Sapphire Adizes is the third co-founder, and he is top tier performing music producer, artist. And we have this dream team creating the HUSL, the platform that is music and entertainment metaverse company for all. Sapphire, it's your turn.
No, take it away, Brian. Go ahead. As a presenter.
Here we go. So thanks so much for that really kind introduction, Mariana. We're really happy to be here, humbled to be part of B&B and NPM's first cohort. This has been an amazing experience, so thank you. Again, my name is Brian Hazan. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO, and we are The HUSL.
Sound.
We have several celebrities.
When you're in the creative space, all egos and everything is out the window, man, and it's really all about the vibe. You know what I'm saying? We need to get in the studio. Absolutely.
Oops.
Every day I'm hustling.
We're here at Resorts World in Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2022 HUSL Grammys party. We have several celebrities.
When you're in the creative space, all egos and everything is out the window, man, and it's really all about the vibe. You know what I'm saying? We need to get in the studio. Absolutely. You got a little something, brother. Absolutely. Come on.
It's Lady O, the original Princess Diva. Just sending you a shout out to the HUSL.
It's your boy Lil Jon checking out the HUSL. Yeah.
Female songwriting and production team, man, from Beyonce to Jay to Rihanna to Ariana to Nicki. Thank you, the HUSL. We see you, we love you.
What's up, guys? Jesse Cope here for the HUSL on Oscar weekend.
Guys, it's Cara del Toro. Shout out to the HUSL.
Hello, this is Neo. Much love to the HUSL. Keep doing what y'all do. 2022 and beyond, y'all know what it is.
So what is the HUSL, you might ask? Well, the HUSL is our no-code end-to-end ecosystem built by creators for creators, help artists and entertainers create and grow their Web3 audience. And what I'd like to do first is turn it over to my partner, world-famous musician and record producer, Sapphire Adizes, who's going to talk to us a little bit about one of the ways in which we're doing exactly that by merging together the talents of some of the world's biggest music producers together with the power of generative AI. Sapphire?
Yeah, thank you, Brian. So my name is Sapphire Adizes. I'm a co-founder here at the HUSL, and I'm going to be introducing one of our most exciting products, which is generative beats. So we took some of the best music producers in the world, including Grammy Award winner Danny Boy Styles, produced for The Weeknd, Mike and Keys, producers of Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Nipsey Hussle, Palace and Gunboy with credits of Future, Migos, Young Thug, and then myself. I have nearly 200 million streams on Spotify, over 50 million YouTube plays, and I've performed at Lincoln Center, collaborated with the Chainsmokers a few years ago, worked in the Kanye West camp. So all of us came together and we collaborated with our unique generative algorithm to create one of the first artificial intelligence and music producer collaborations. So a song or a beat is really split up into multiple different instruments coming together in harmony to create an instrumental. Think of like a bass, guitar, drums, etc., coming together to make a song. So we separated out these different instruments into, categories, right? Like a drum category, guitar category, and had our producers create multiple compositions of each instrument that we then mix and match to create thousands of different permutations or versions of truly unique beats. So each producer contributed dozens of these individual instrument tracks, dozens of guitars, dozens of basses in their individual categories that were specially catered to be able to mix and match together for this project. Then utilizing our generative algorithm AI, we mix and match them all to create 10,000 beats that each producer could individually sell those individual beats for, $25,000 to $50,000. We then, of course, lowered the price point for all of them to be affordable to the masses while increasing the total revenue, since we used our generative AI by really 10 to 20x, 10,000 beats instead of one. So to be clear, these beats, they didn't come out as gobbledygook as many other machine-driven music projects have come out as, but really as world-class Grammy award-winning level instrumentals. And I just want Brian to play one of them and for you to check out so you can really hear the quality.
Sure.
So as you could hear, that was me playing saxophone, right? And we made a bunch of different versions of me playing saxophone, and all of those are mixed and matched together using our generative AI. As you can also see in what Brian just played, there's obviously visuals accompanying the music. And what that is each one of our individual tracks or compositions of instruments were matched with individual visual attributes similar to like, a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk or PFP collection to create thousands of unique avatars, as you saw, or hustlers, we like to call them. We then took our hustlers, our avatars, and made them playable in our metaverse, which Brian will talk about later on. So, in conclusion, just for generative beats here, along with the NFT, music and stems, each owner receives a custom avatar they can use in their metaverse. This really, awesome generative art. But most importantly, and this is kind of the revolutionary concept, full commercial rights to the music. That means if you buy it, you own it, and you're free to monetize it on YouTube, Spotify, record over it, record your own raps over it, your own vocals over it. And you could also remix it or record it and remint it on our no-code music NFT platform, which Brian will get into later. So just as an example, we wanted to show how ready to record these instrumentals are straight out of the box. So we enlisted legendary Billboard topping platinum recording artist Styles P, I'm sure many of you heard of, hip hop legend, to perform on one of these NFTs. And Brian's going to play it, but I just want you to remember, there's no further editing or engineering. This is straight, just the collaboration between the producer and the AI generative algorithm, and then Styles P recording over it. So take it away, Brian.
Sure.
The hustle. That's what it's all about, I fit in. When Digi on wax, I'm in the Ghost SP. Rock with me. I'm just trying to stay on the count like Monte Cristo. I ain't just talking about cash, I'm talking crypto. No go, stay on the hustle, move like Calypso.
So I think you get it. And I think that, one of the most important points, right, is that, as Sapphire mentions, the collectors or the buyers get 100% commercial rights to these beats. They can share them on Spotify, share them anywhere they create music, or even remint them on our NFT, music creator platform. When we take a look at, our total addressable market as a Web3 music and entertainment company, certainly, in one word, the addressable market is huge. When you take a look at the first, top 10 largest metaverse projects, they produce nearly $2 billion worth of sales from real estate so far. And the digital real estate market is expected to continue to increase by a compounded annual growth rate exceeding 60%. When you take a look at the fully diluted digital currency market for metaverse tokens right now, again, the opportunity is staggering. The current market value is exceeding $9 billion. And one of the most respected consulting firms on the planet, McKinsey, right now is valuing the total metaverse opportunity at just over $5 trillion. When we take a view at our competitors, certainly we match up against some of the big metaverses, some of the big music marketplaces. There's some other players that are toying around with digital composition and generative music. But from a 1,000-foot view, you can see that our end-to-end platform really does check most of the boxes. Having a token ecosystem, NFTs, full 3D immersive metaverse, play to earn gaming, mobile gaming, providing no code creator tools, et cetera. And, when we created our platform, we really wanted to solve a number of the pain points that some of those competitors have, be they poor graphics, poor sound quality, low user traffic, promises of building businesses in the metaverse, but providing no real tools to sell real items virtually. When we take a look at some of the NFT music platforms that are out there, they remind me a lot of the traditional music industry that I think a lot of them had promised to solve, right? In terms of problems around creators not getting direct payments for their art in terms of revenue, by forcing them to apply or beg to be listed on the platform versus enabling them with creator tools to reach their communities and grow directly. So we really set out to address a lot of those pain points. And, the biggest ways that we've done that are by, creating a 3D fully immersive metaverse with state-of-the-art graphics, by hosting a no-code NFT marketplace that allow creators to mint and create NFTs and share with their communities in virtually less than 3 minutes, by connecting them with mobile gaming solutions so that they could play on their devices anywhere at any time, and providing our community with say in the platform and governance over what goes on within the hustle. One of the most important things that we've done is allowed our, Web3 creators within the metaverse no-code Shopify storefront solutions, which allow them with simply their private keys and their domain to drag and drop products from their Web2 Shopify store directly into their 3D marketplace for sale. In fact, we've actually shipped product. Here's a HUSL mug that was our first sale within the metaverse game. So on top of that, and some of the Web3 innovation in terms of music technology that Sapphire touched on, we're also working on generative AI solutions and driving interactive experiences. First, I'll touch on our NFT music marketplace. So as always, it's going to be free to join and mint. There's absolutely no coding required, no minting fees. Revenue is paid instantly via smart contract. We don't hold on to it and pay at the end of the month like OpenSea does with royalties. We are Ethereum and Polygon compatible. We allow our creators to share revenue with an unlimited number of contributors, upload virtually any type of file they choose, MP3, WAV, MIDI, etc. We have an amazing affiliate program with a link generator tool that allows our users to be paid to promote our platform and help us grow. And the really interesting thing about our marketplace is it enables our NFT creators to create NFTs that are actually playable as levels or game pieces within our suite of rhythm-based mobile games, which I'll touch on a little bit later. And most importantly, we offer self-custody. Your keys, your coins, you own your NFTs, not us. When we take a look at our metaverse opportunity, we've created, again, a 3D full multiplayer open role-playing metaverse consisting of 4 different quadrants: the land of athletes, musicians, artists, and entertainers. It's broken up into 10,000 parcels, however expandable. Each parcel can be created as a world within a world. We've sold about 500 exactly 500 back in 2022 for an average of around $2,500. And currently, we have 275 invite-only beta users that are kicking the tires on all of our features and so forth to ensure a smooth player experience when we launch publicly. When you take a look at some of the features within the Hustleverse, certainly I've spoken about some of the immersive 3D experiences. We've got a realistic spatial audio, which means that when you turn your head, the voice or the sound will fade away just like it does in real life. You can have lifelike conversations with people that are in close proximity to you versus some of the other games out there that just have a myriad of different voices and sounds all kind of talking over each other. And that's something that we wanted to hope to avoid and be able to create realistic environmental exchanges between players, NPCs, as well as within our concert environments. We offer Shopify store integration, which I mentioned, a number of competitive mini games, which I'll touch on in a moment, code-free world building tools, one-on-one and group chat functionality. We've actually even created tools for collaborative music studio, which allow our users to pick up instruments, play with other users' avatars, and actually record their sessions and share, which is amazing. And those sessions can even be reminted on our no code marketplace and shared with anyone and be created as playable game pieces within our mobile suite of products. We also offer token gated access to events, as well as some really cool community building events like scavenger hunts and so forth, as well as content sharing via billboards, conference stages, and video walls, because our ecosystem is all about rewarding those that consume and rewarding those that capture the biggest audiences. Moving along, our next vertical is mobile gaming. As I mentioned, it provides on-the-go access for our users to participate in the Hustleverse ecosystem from anywhere they are. And, right now we offer a really addictive ball hop rhythm game. We've got a trivia game focused around music and entertainment, as well as my kid's favorite, Let's Dance, which is a fun to play music-based rhythm dance game. And I'll share with you just a short clip of our rhythm game, just so you can get a sense of what we're talking about here.
I still believe in your eyes. I just don't care what you've done in your life. Baby, I love.
So, what these games allow is for our users to earn points that are redeemable for NFTs, different experiences, et cetera, et cetera. And again, they allow our creators to create NFTs, and any collectors that buy them, when they log into our applications, they'll send an immediate call to their wallets, identify any NFTs of ours that they own, and then allow them to choose them as playable levels and even earn incentive rewards and allow those creators to run campaigns to further incentivize their community to join the Web3 experience. Now, as it relates to our team, you've met my partner, Sapphire, Adizes, myself. We're also founded by Jason Hernandez, who has 20 years experience in the wealth management and banking industry. He's a terrific project manager, handles a lot of the operational responsibilities for the hustle, as well as my partner, Matt Shellhaus, who's joined us online today. And Matt's going to share with you a little bit about his journey in the entertainment industry, as well as some of the inspiration that's driven him to help be an integral piece in creating our creator-driven token economy. So Matt, please take it away.
Sure. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, so now that we're taking our focus and dividing it onto our community development initiatives, the idea of like for dreamers by dreamers economy, for me means more inclusive prosperity and opportunities for creatives. 17 years ago, I was making a living doing magic on the beach in Venice. I was a street performer. And, the next thing I knew, I was on red carpets interviewing people like Kim Kardashian before she was famous. And for me, like the idea of hustler actually means something. When you look at my career, after starting out as a talent, I ended up as the VP of finance for a movie studio that was actually also a broker dealer on Jim Henson Studios. And I financed a few multi-million-dollar indie films. After seeing the kind of financing stuff that goes on in Hollywood, I really got into fintech because I saw a lot of the solutions to helping creatives, solve their issues in terms of being able to, really live and chase a life that's financially viable, chasing their dreams, was in fintech. So as Mariana pointed out, I've passed all my chartered market technician exams. I have designed quant infrastructure for market making. And for me, like the real heart in this is actual, how do we design infrastructure that is going to actually help disintermediate, entertainment and provide the tools and resources that we can quantify, like, hey, here's, we're actually helping, the industry and helping creatives. Because look, in my experience, creatives are some of the most exploited people in humanity. And as Brian points out here, I call this passionomics, by the way. And I like to say the kind of in-game reward token that we're designing is called Bustle, which you actually look up on Webster's means a measurement of activity. How do we actually, this is our loyalty reward model here. How do we actually create retention and like durable kind of activity in our metaverse by providing, opportunities for collaborative ideation, which for me, like you saw in the first video there with the guy talking about the creative space, that's all, about what we're talking about. So this is our kind of snapshot of our loyalty reward. And then Brian, if you want to just go to the next slide quick.
Yeah, sure. And just to kind of piggyback on this, the things that we're rewarding our token holders for is for building in the Hustleverse, staking Hustle tokens, staking NFTs purchased from our platform. We're offering XP as in-game rewards currency. We're paying people out for converting affiliate referrals and helping us grow the platform, as well as for creating, NFTs and in-game assets and, as a crypto back, so to speak, in-game purchase rewards model.
Exactly. And then aside from, if you think about a tokenized ecosystem, like ensuring that as we've spent literally the last year building out our tech, and now, how we actually, what is the connective tissue of our tokenized, network look like? And aside from the loyalty rewards model, we think that, with a value accrual business model, and how our economy is going to be based on a volume-driven revenue model, which means that the majority of like Hustleverse income is going to be, through micro transactions and fees. To make a long story short, we've thought a lot about how we can get that organic, like self-starting engagement, and how we can create the right context, for us to like grow organically. And I think we've kind of nailed it. And that's like what we're pivoting on now that we're coming out of our development, completion and foundation.
Amazing.
Brian, want to talk about the KPIs?
Yeah, sure. Amazing stuff, Matt. Amazing story. And, some of the ways that we make money, right, are from those microtransactions or indirect revenue streams. We're talking about marketplace transactions, cross-chain transfers of NFTs and in-game assets, player-player games and bets, taking a rake similar to the dealer in poker, so to speak. We have more direct revenue streams like marketplace revenue, land sales and royalties, premium NFTs used as in-game assets, as well as sponsorship revenue and the sale of anonymous data analytics. When you take a look at our KPIs in terms of how we measure performance in our company, the things that are really most important to us are average daily transactions, average or active monthly user growth, community growth, GitHub commits to our repository, volume of lock liquidity, unique wallets, et cetera. And I think that these KPIs really speak to how we manage our business. In terms of uptake and how it's going, well, back in summer of 2021, we raised about 2.2 million in a private SAFT offering. In September of 2021, we launched our token. We were also the #1 DEX Tools trending token on TGE Day. We went on to execute Busta Rhymes and Best New Artist Young Blue's first NFT campaigns ever. We were fortunate enough to partner with DKNY and work with them closely on the design of our in-game stores and retail experiences. We were, in fact, the #1 token by trading volume on Mixi and Bitrue during our Grammys event last year in Las Vegas. And in terms of social following and users interested in our project, we've got about 43,000 followers on Twitter, over 22,000 on Instagram, I believe more than 5,500 Telegram followers in our English-speaking Telegram, as well as over 2,000 on our Vietnamese and Turkish Telegram channels, respectively. We appear on 544,000 CoinMarketCap watch lists, which actually ranks us at number 159 versus nearly 10,000 projects that are tracked. We had a lot of success with contests. We've had over 500,000 contest entries since inception. That's one of the ways that we've been successful in growing our following, including Busta Rhymes campaign, where we gave away 20 NFTs that got us about 220,000 responses. And in fact, those NFTs within 2 days were trading on OpenSea's resale market, for more than $22,000, just to kind of gauge the hype that we were able to create. When you look at our token from creation till now, we've had over $100 million worth of volume since inception.
And we've done zero marketing in the last year, zero.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, the majority of the totality of our spend has really been driven around finishing our tech stack and creating real value for our community. Our partners, as you can see, some really impressive names, and we're fortunate to be working with so many, like Security Research Group, which is a team of Department of Defense, former contractors who are amazing professionals that help us kind of cut off those attack vectors on our play to earn ecosystem, companies like DKNY, which I mentioned, as well as a number of other technology and content partners like Vulcan Forge, et cetera. When we talk about some of the artists that we've worked with, we mentioned and we played some music from Styles P. We've also worked with Keith Murray, K Major, Graph, Young Blue, Loose Cannon, as well as the legendary Busta Rhymes, and over 120 unsigned projects to date. Our investors include some amazing partners like SGN Capital, Havings, Bull Perks, Vendetta Capital, Magnus, GD10 Ventures, as well as June Capital. We're working on a number of really exciting AI initiatives in terms of our development roadmap. We shared with you a little bit about some of the ways that we're changing the way that music composition occurs with our Hustler Avatar program. We're also working on things like procedural world building generation, NPC generation, allowing AI to create diverse, non-playable characters with really unique experiences and language interactions, behavior patterns, allowing them to populate the metaverse, offering different quests, interacting with players, and providing what we think is really dynamic content, quest and mission generation, item and loot placement and generation. Our algorithm actually gauges how much traffic we have at any given time and limits and creates or sets the table for how many rewards are going to be available during any given time, which is really great technology, as well as some of the storytelling and events, as well as quest creation that we're working on. And I think one of the most exciting things is some of the AI that we're developing in terms of economy and trading that's allowing algorithms to simulate and manage our in-game economy and trading systems by dynamically setting prices, controlling supply and demand, as well as creating different marketing interactions between players. We are currently seeking a $5 million investment. Those funds will be used to support ongoing development of our tech stack, things like token liquidity and market depth initiatives, marketing and user acquisition, as well as content and events. We're working on expanding our team, as well as continuing to develop and integrate new AI integrations. And what I'd like to do to close is share with you a glimpse into the Hustleverse. It is largely complete. Everything you see is playable. As I mentioned, we've got a couple of hundred users actively kicking the tires. And let me roll, and please enjoy. All right, so we'll stop there and open it up for Q&A. Thanks so much, Mariana.
Thank you so much, the Hustle team. And Brian, that was just fascinating. When you set out to create this metaverse, and you guys kind of sat around the table deciding where to go, how did you decide to go in the music direction and then in integrative entertainment right after?
Yeah, so when you think about music, and you measure that versus some of the strengths of NFTs, right? Being able to pay people immediately, directly, without any intermediaries. Music was an obvious choice for us to begin our journey with. There's a statistic that we share quite a bit that over the last 5 years, there's been 46 million instances of musicians not being paid on time or properly for music that's been streamed, simply because of wrongly encoded or missing metadata, and that's led to over $2 billion worth of missing revenue for those creators, right? So in a sense, blockchain and NFTs solve a lot of problems for the music industry, and that's where we started our journey. And it was definitely the impetus for us to get out of the gates and start building our music marketplace, which evolved over time into this end-to-end ecosystem where we really strive to capture it all and provide creators with every tool imaginable to create NFTs, share with their communities, market and share with their communities, throw immersive, 3D concerts right inside the game, be able to sell merchandise and, tickets and, everything else virtually. So, I think that's really the impetus for, what got us started.
It's really fascinating, and having Sapphire and this team of creators that are actually using these tools to collaborate and create content, and then you providing this ultimate marketing and distribution and creation vehicle for everyone with no code. You're not required to understand how to code to actually create your business on the Hustle, in the Hustleverse. I love it.